Silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... Dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 23-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Maxx Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Play fake. Winston. That's brought in by Davis over the middle.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Throwing. Winston. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Working out of the gun. Winston. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Meanwhile, Winston's throw there complete to Ruggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
10 more yards. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Rhodes. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. On play action, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Winston keeps it himself. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jameis Winston, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and long for Winston. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So Russell 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, it's Hunt. And some room to roam now. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. and he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Chiefs 14, Raiders 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final play of the half here, Winston. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun, Winston. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Montgomery. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Play action now, Winston. He'll buy some time right. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Las Vegas touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17. Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Hunt. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. That's caught by Montgomery. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running left, Montgomery. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run, Montgomery, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Winston. Rolling to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Winston with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Mahomes to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelce. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mahomes. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Mahomes. This is caught, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get it.
This is caught inside the 15. Now there's the timeout signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. On second down, there's the option going left. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Second down and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Montgomery. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Las Vegas, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the